On August 3rd, 2020, I achieved the highest rank in Rocket League. A month later, Psyonix announced the free-to-play update, which added 3 brand new ranks and demoted me to the 4th highest rank in the game. For the past 11 seasons, I've tried to reach Supersonic Legend in 2v2, but I'm still 2 ranks away. So for season 12, I decided it was time for a change of pace. This is the start of my journey as a 1v1 main. In my first game, I was only ranked Champion 1. The last time I completed my 1v1 placements was 7 seasons ago. I expected to win this game with minimal trouble, however, that wasn't initially the case. I gave up a wide open net, but with possession in my corner, I can get that goal right back. I played terribly to start off the game, but then I caught him off guard with a demolition and gave myself a free possession. So far, the 3 open nets I've conceded were the difference in the game, but I had a great kickoff and got a free goal right back. I still had a great position, and I was able to recover that goal. Then I made up another goal off the kickoff, and with plenty of time remaining, the deficit was just 1 goal. After staying level for 2 minutes, he went all in on an air dribble bump. I saved it off the post and dodged his bump attempt to score the game-tying goal. The game never should have been this close, but now, it was time to put the game away. I couldn't keep the ball up on 0 seconds, and my 1v1 journey began with a loss to a Champion 2. After starting my season off like that, it was clear I had a lot of work to do. So what did I do? I switched to the Fennec. On my 3rd day of playing 1s, I matched up against Bias, someone who was formerly Supersonic Legend in 1v1. Before this game even started, I knew I had no chance of winning. I wasn't discouraged though. This was a great opportunity to learn against someone better than me, and I wanted to take advantage of it. I was down by 2 goals halfway through the game, but I blindsided him with a demo. I had all the time in the world, and I finished the open net. I took my time on a dribble, and countered his early challenge. This left me another open net, and I tied the game. But with 30 seconds left, Bias caught me out with a power shot and took control of the game. On his next possession, he went for the same exact thing. I didn't have an answer, and Bias closed out the game. The very next game, I got a rematch. But this time, no, it wasn't even close. On this play, Bias faked going for the ball and got me to back off, hiding that he only had 14 boost. This bought him 100, and he outplayed me with ease. Oh yeah, I changed my name to Zed. I forgot to mention that. This was a routine open net finish, and Bias put this game away. However, one of his plays earlier in the game stood out to me. After missing his initial shot, he dribbled the ball all the way back to his corner to keep possession. I've seen this used as a time-wasting strategy late in games, but Bias scored with it 30 seconds into the game. I wanted to try this out in one of my own games, and I got an opportunity just 10 seconds in. With possession on my back wall, I took a 50-50 directly in front of my net. Maybe not the most optimal play, but regardless, I got a goal using this strategy. After watching through these replays, I noticed while I'm trying to outplay people with my mechanics, Bias outplayed me with better decision making. So during my next session, I decided to shift my focus. The results were immediate. Okay, well that was just unfortunate. I had a rough start to this game, partially from nerves being just a division away from Grand Champion 1, but I bumped him into my corner and recovered a goal. 6 seconds later, I caught him off guard with a demo. I took it off the ceiling and pinched it behind him to erase my poor start. With a minute remaining, he set up an air dribble bump, but I got around him. I had the boost advantage, and after threatening a demo, I took the lead with an open net. My demos have worked all game, so I went for another one. It worked yet again. I took way too long on what should have been an open net, but regardless, I'd built a 2-goal lead. With under a minute remaining, I was in a great spot because he had to come to me. I just needed to play patient and wait for my opponent to overcommit. With my lead down to 1 goal, I started playing a bit safer. But he overcommitted for boost and left his net wide open. I'm trying to throw this game. With 10 seconds remaining, I needed one last save to win this game. I played patient and got the perfect opportunity to reverse challenge. I didn't let him regain control, and I closed out the game. With that win, I am only 5 minutes away from Grand Champion 1. My opponent? Well, I'm not winning this game. I was very nervous to be playing for Grand Champion on just my 4th day of 1v1. But when I saw my opponent was Bias, all that pressure went away. I was convinced I couldn't beat Bias, and with all that pressure off me, I scored first. I went for a shot from the corner, but it was easily saved. So naturally, I decided to dribble the ball back to my corner to keep possession. I saw him looking to early challenge, so I chipped it under him. The ball took a terrible bounce, and I decided not to commit for it. But he couldn't make the read, and I scored my second open net. While I was playing cautious with GC1 on the line, Bias continued taking risks. He messed up his ceiling shot, and I scored my third open net of the game. Then he lost control of the ball, and I scored yet another open net. Here, he shot it over me, but it wasn't on target. My bump put him in an awkward spot, and he didn't expect my direct shot on net. Here I saw the ball rolling into an awkward spot, so I challenged. He wasn't prepared for it, and I scored to bring my lead up to 5. This game couldn't have gone any better, and I was less than 2 minutes away from Grand Champion 1. But still, I knew this game was far from over. With a 5-goal lead, the one thing I couldn't afford to do is lose kickoffs. I lost this one, and Bias punished me by scoring a goal in just 10 seconds. I wasted 30 seconds before having a panic attack and nearly conceding a goal for free. With a minute remaining, I was way too indecisive on my challenge. This gave Bias a wide open net, and with my lead down to 3, it was back to kickoffs. Off the kickoff, Bias got another possession, and I knew he'd go all in. With 100 boost and plenty of time to anticipate it, I forgot how to aerial. My lead was down to just 2, and my kickoff launched me on the opponent's half of the field. But I actually had a great recovery, and by some miracle, I recovered in time for the save. At this point, I was too nervous to take any risks. I put a safe shot on net and backed off. With 25 seconds, Bias went for a power shot. I made the save off the corner, but it gave the ball right back. He went for another, and I again made the read. With 10 seconds left, I decided I would early challenge to put the game away. Our 50-50 went neutral, and that was it. The second the ball hits the ground, I'm promoted to Grand Champion 1. How did I get this rank? After promoting to Grand Champion, I decided to switch back into the Octane. I put more focus on decision making while using the Fennec, and that was crucial to reaching GC1. But there was still one skill I had yet to make the most of. Over the past few years, I have spent over 1,000 hours in free play using the Octane, and with all that practice, my aerial mechanics have gotten pretty consistent. In this game, I scored only 1 goal through 3 minutes, so I went all in with my free play mechanics, and cut the deficit to 1 goal. With 12 seconds left, I baited in his challenge and picked up the mid boost. I won the race to the ball, and scored to send the game into overtime. Off the kickoff, I won an immediate possession. Needing 1 goal to win the game, I went all in with my free play mechanics. I had a great setup, and there was nothing the defender could do. This game showed the potential of free play mechanics, and I believed I wasn't far off Grand Champion 2. Except, that wasn't the case. After my rapid improvement the first 4 days, I was stuck in stasis between Grand Champion 1 and Champion 3. I was consistent enough to get back into Grand Champion, and I believed I was good enough to reach Grand Champion 2, but time and time again, I fell back into Champion 3. There is still something I'm missing to make a real push for Grand Champion 2. I got off to a terrible start in this game, conceding an open net to go down by 5 goals. My chances of winning were very slim, but I had nothing to lose, so I decided to play it out. My flick forced out an awkward save, and I shot it around him to score the goal. He decided to go for a full field air dribble, so I backed off. He lost control, and I took advantage of an easy open net. With only a 3-goal deficit, the game looked a lot more manageable. I scored another goal off the kickoff, and the lead was just 2. He put a safe shot on net and took my corner to boost start me. But I still had 65, so I went for a direct shot on net. I blocked his only save angle, and it was now a 1-goal game. He cleared the ball into my corner, but he didn't have an immediate shot, so I grabbed the mid boost and landed a demo to give myself a free possession. I set up a bounce dribble, and I took my time. Our 50-50 rolled straight towards the wall, and I decided to go all in with my free play mechanics. I got a soft touch and shot it bar down to tie the game. The 5-goal deficit was gone, and I had a great kickoff. I just needed one more goal to win this game. But I didn't anticipate his challenge, and he had an open net to reclaim the lead. 15 seconds was plenty of time to come back, but I needed immediate possession, and he was the one who got it. I couldn't recover in time, and I wasn't able to close out the 5-goal comeback. In the weeks following my Grand Champion promotion, I haven't really gotten any closer to Grand Champion 2. My game sense is improving, and my free play mechanics are a great asset, but it wasn't translating into wins. There was still one thing I was missing, and suddenly, it clicked. I actually lost this game. After plateauing for weeks, I won 8 out of my last 9 games, and suddenly, I was just 5 minutes away from Grand Champion 2. Early in the game, my opponent lost control of their dribble. I was ready to take advantage and score an early open net. The next kickoff went heavily in my favor, and I got a second goal 3 seconds later. On a possession in my corner, my opponent wanted to steal my back left corner boost, so I let him. I had more than enough boost to finish the open net and bring my lead up to 3. I got off to a great start. Now I just needed to control my nerves. I didn't. Then I overcommitted with low boost and had to take a risky challenge. I had a bad 50 and he scored a second open net. Here our 50-50 rolled straight towards the wall, so I decided to go for a safe shot. This shot was not safe at all. I passed it to my opponent, and he won the race to the ball. My lead was gone. All 3 goals I conceded were open nets, so I decided to shift my strategy. I gave away possession for completely free. I was content to play defense and wait for a mistake. This was a terrible strategy, but it worked, and my open net put me back in the lead. I wanted to continue this strategy, but his delayed kickoff countered me perfectly. He had a wide open net, and there was nothing I could do. I guess I'll continue this strategy. I went for a safe flick on net and stole his corner boost. With a free possession, he went all in on an air dribble bump. I managed to get around him, and I made the save. 42 seconds remained, and I had no interest in changing my strategy. I put a shot on net, but it was too weak to have any chance of scoring. I needed to survive one more kickoff to close out the game, and I won it heavily. I had the boost advantage, and now I just needed to play the clock. I put a safe shot on net, and stole their corner boost. I forced them into a 50, and then I took their other corner boost. They needed an immediate goal, but I cut it off, and with one last touch off the wall, my opponent forfeit the match. After winning 9 of my last 10 games, I promoted into Grand Champion 2. At the beginning of the season, I questioned if it was a good idea to leave behind the game mode that I've played for years. After matching my 2v2 peak in less than 100 games, there's not a doubt in my mind. I'm fully committed to 1v1, and I'm excited to see what future seasons will hold.